DC here. Hi guys. Well, I just needed to have a bit of time with you guys. I'm walking around the house right now. It's there's still a bit of daylight, and I actually have a new computer, and that's where actually I think there's a bit but involved, and no puns intended, but maybe there should be one. You know, with all these new operating systems, all of a sudden you have a new computer which is probably much more powerful than the old one was. But here comes the big but, if I could put it that way, is that all of a sudden you realize, now this one has Windows 7, and you got all of a sudden programs which were on we're on XP, which aren't working anymore. So what does that mean? I mean, does that mean that as such you need to get new programs as well as a new computer, which would mean even bigger expense? I mean, I was calculating actually that if one wanted to really have things working at a decent level, if you had to have two computers, I mean, that's a lot of money. Well, I mean, like I said in other vlogs, I have a lot of old computers, so I guess it's for some of the most simplest things. That's not a big deal. But the whole thing is I mean, I've just bought a new computer, and you kind of expect it to be able to do things. Now, I knew actually that Windows 7 had some issues in this respect. Already with Vista, there was problems. Okay, I can already hear the Mac people saying, well, we don't have that problem. I don't know if you do or not, actually, having said that. But yeah, it's a big pain at times. And I had so many things, and I mean so many things on that computer. And well, I mean, there's just so much time. The thing is, I want to make it into my principal computer now, so there's a lot of work involved. Yeah. What else? Well, over on my train stuff, I've been going through a book. Just show it to you. So this is from Alexander McCall Smith, The Double Comfort Safari Club. Now, this is actually from the number 1 Ladies Detective Agency series. This is book number 11. So if you've never actually read any of these books, it's time to start. They're very good. I've talked about them before on some earlier vids, some of the reviews. And it's this African lady in Botswana who is traditionally built. So yeah, read between the lines. That's the way she calls herself. And also in the sense that she's also traditionally built in her mind, meaning that she goes for the old time values. And I found actually there's something to try and just get it to read it to you. Let me see here. It's at the end of the book, so it's not really a spoiler because actually she's on her own, and she's talking about her father, who is now deceased. So Ma Ramotswe thought about this. Having the right approach to life was a great gift in this life. Her father, the late Obed Ramotswe, had always had the right approach to life. She was sure of that. Now, if I go on for a little bit, she thought about how she owed her father so much. He had taught her almost everything she knew about how to lead a good life, and the lessons that she had learned from him were as fresh today as they had ever been. Do not complain about your life. Do not blame others for things that you have brought upon yourself. Be content with who you are and where you are, and do whatever you can do to bring others such contentment and joy and understanding that you have managed to find yourself. She closed her eyes. You can do that in the company of an old friend. You can close your eyes and think of the land that gave you life and breath, and of all the reasons why you are glad that you are there with the people you know and with the people you love. Now, I read that on the train the other day, and I couldn't help but thinking about family, about friends. And when I talk about friends and family, you guys automatically come to mind. And the fact is that these last few weeks, and they're leading on now. Uh-oh, that goes doing something. I'll have to go over there. And they're leading on actually means that, want to give away contentment and joy. And I was really, really going on about that, because when I read that, I thought, how many people have given me contentment and joy over the last, very soon, 2 years, but let's say 18 months, something like that. And a lot of it has been through you guys, through family, and especially in this period where there are difficult moments in my life. And I know before long, either weeks or months, I'll be able to chat more about it. It depends, how things go on now. But the fact is that to have people that are giving you contentment and joy, and that's a big thing. And it's also something, like I've often said in my earlier vids, that I would like to give on as well, contentment and joy, because there's not much that we can give of ourselves. We don't want to give our faults. We've got enough of those. But the few things maybe that we do have, if it can give people contentment and joy, it's something beautiful. So I'd like to thank you for the contentment and joy that you have given me, every one of you. And I'd like to send a bit your way. Okay, so this will be DC signing off. Take care. I will try and do my best in the days coming to be a bit more on YouTube. I can't promise, but at least to watch some of your vids. I'll try and get there. I've not abandoned you. I feel that I've abandoned myself sometimes. Stop. No, I said DC signing off. Take care. Love you guys.